face was on there.
All right, check this out, YouTube.
Washed off by port fuel injection like the vehicles back in the day. All right, so everything's direct injection now, and we're not getting that wash in the backside of the valves. Once it builds up enough to disturb airflow, you will get cold start misfires and stuff like that happening to it. So this customer has about 44 or 48,000 miles on it, and he brought it in for a couple fluid services and to get the valves cleaned on there. So
44,000 miles. He's already having misfire problems from carbon buildup.
How does he not know how many miles? Because he's at 44 or 48,000.
Who cares? Under 50,000 miles. And he said once they start racking up mileage, they have this problem.
Yeah.
44,000 or 48,000 miles isn't shit today. My point to it is to Ford and everyone out there, why are the technicians not recommending this every 10,000 miles for an induction service?
How do you know they're not recommending it and people aren't listening?
He just said that they have another piece of equipment that they were using, probably not for maintenance, but the engineers say it was ruining the turbos.
Yeah.
Well, if you try and do the induction service before the turbo, yes, it would. But if you do it right into the intake, right to the valve, so if you do it through the turbo system, I can see that it ruining the turbo. If you do it before the turbo, after the turbo, because the turbo blows air into the intake.
Right.
So if you're doing it at the throttle body, how does the BG system ruin the turbo? It's impossible. 44,000 miles is not a lot of mileage for your engine to have problems. But the point is, hold on, we're gonna fast forward here. So you heard him say 44,000 miles. So let's just go a little further. Then he says 2 and 3 are the worst because of the intake design,
just like the
and I understand that.
PCV system.
So then now he's going to go to cylinder 4, and I want to show you how bad cylinder 4 is. He already has 1, 2, and 3 clean.
So I use this automotive tape, 3M masking tape.
So he's going to show us. You ready?
See what it looks like.
44,000 miles.
The intake valves are starting to get caked up. Okay, I'm gonna try to zoom you as best I can,
Stay with us.
so you can see this. Okay. So you can see it down in there just a little bit. Let me get you to this one. I think I can get you in here better.
Yep, you sure can. Look at that ball of snot on the intake valve stem. 44,000 miles. Never once has it had an induction service.
Tip there. That's what caused the disturbance in the air.
Every 10,000 miles that should have been done, and then this guy wouldn't be spending all this money on
stuff like
that. And the delership should be advising you to do that. Not tear the intake off at 50,000 miles and whack it $1,500 for walnut blasting. This is where I'm saying you're not getting the right recommendations in the service department. You're not.
Look at the other cylinders in the job I did on these. So the rest of them on here were just as bad as that one, if not
And 44,000 miles with misfires, and someone continues to drive it with cold start misfires, it ruins your catalytic converter. Now your car is out of warranty for everything.
You're giving people the benefit of the doubt. You don't know that they're not.
They're not recommending that shit to these guys every 10,000 miles. No way. Not a walnut blast. But you could do a chemical induction clean every 10, and you would never have to deal with that.
These, they're clean, but you can see they're all closed also. It's very obvious they're closed.